What's up everybody, this is Ripples in Wales back for another video. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. Well, we've had some exciting developments over the past 24 hours. I've been watching quite diligently as to these very interesting articles that have been released by Coindesk. If you haven't noticed, we'll go into that in a second. This is going to be a bit of a video about the riddlers and especially Ripple Riddler, the clothing, the colours, and 2024, the connections that I keep seeing over and over, and I'm unraveling more stuff each day now as I kind of are able to strip off the layers of these cryptographic cartoons piece by piece. It's unraveling quite well for me, and I keep getting more confirmations with new things that come out. You know, having studied this for 5 years now, I kept an eye on it rather for 5 years. I've done some bouts of study in the early days, obviously, to build a platform of knowledge in this. As this now speeds up and we come into the sharp end of things, I can see more and more data unraveling itself, and we're going to go into that today. It's really exciting. I'm so excited for you all. Some of us who have been here since 2000 I've had XRP since 2017, maybe a little bit, about mid 17 was it? Something like that. I had a lot more Bitcoin, but the point being I had a small foot in it. Anyway, this is my at Ripples in Wales, my Twitter handle. Come and say hello here, and I'm quite active on here. So if you're not on Twitter, you should be. It's where all the crypto knowledge is going off. Right, let's jump right in. Okay, so a few things I want to look at today. So yeah, one of the interesting things that occurred was this article by Coindesk. I mean, you can't get any better than this. This is right over the target. And Anderson, X__Anderson, Anders, he's a super dude in the space. He released a picture of this article, and it was an article by Coindesk, and this is the image. I'll bring you up the larger image. This is Brad Garlinghouse on a horse as a knight with an army behind him, with a castle burning in the background. I mean, you can't script this. You cannot script this stuff. The horse has got a Ripple logo on it. Obviously, it's done very, very clever AI. And this is the XRP army behind him in a cold, dark winter with a castle burning in the background. And it's hugely symbolic on a black horse, okay, or thereabouts. Garlinghouse now is the knight. And, he's been persecuted for 3 years, okay, as in, sued, brought down to a kind of a lower echelon in kind of respect-wise by the world. People are, have really gone out of their way to knock Ripple. Brad, Chris Garlinghouse, and this amazing team of innovators, and now the tide is turning. And we're going to go into that in a second. And I've just said, in my post yesterday when I first saw this is Anders' post. I'd never thought I'd see such a headline from Coindesk, and I thought, holy shit, this is incredible. And I put a few pictures on this up, as in to say, this is the new type of night. This isn't the old bashed night that we're seeing in the Christmas scene. This night that they've got Brad Garlinghouse here is the winning night, okay, and they're signalling to you and to their other how can we put it? This is a signal. This is a smoke signal to the rest of the elites that the tide has turned, okay, and they are now changing their narrative for the public, okay. The train has left the station. This is where you're at now. I knew this tide would turn. I didn't know when. I knew it was a 3-2-1, 1-2-3 timeline, and it made sense. Like I used to say back in the day, I said I just think it's 2020 to 2023 and 2023 to 26. And when I looked at the Bitcoin cycles, it kind of made a lot more sense that you'd get the real movement of this token, this asset, this utility on the ledger would start after the last cycle. There was no way we were going anywhere the last cycle because we were under a legal threat from the SEC. But moving into this next big cycle, which moves up to the kind of almost the periphery of 2026, we'll call it 2026 for argument's sake, December, from 22 to 2026, and we're already, we're 2 years into that now. We're about to turn into 2024 in less than 30 days. So we're, 600 odd days in to a 1200-day cycle. And these are liquidity cycles. They're also matched by the Bitcoin cycle, the halvings. And now you're going to really see the change occur. And I think this change is occurring before the next presidential cycle. Very, very interesting. So the tide has turned. And, I've mentioned 2 or 3 times in my videos. Well, I will go back to that in a minute. But the point was, here we go. This is the article, Coindesk. And I put 2 or 3 times, the tide's turning, Coindesk showing up Brothers of the Night. You couldn't make this up. Unbelievable. There's the actual tweet. And I put here also, in all my years, I ain't seen anything quite like this before. You guys are in for a treat. Clearly, something's going on. The night is triumphant. We can follow the article through. I brought it up. I believe it's here. Right, so you can just do Coindesk Brad Garlinghouse, so you can follow the link there. And it is a very, very praising article. It talks about the party of the proper party that was released. And, Brad Garlinghouse is 2023's comeback king with XRP's win over the SEC. Okay. They've already talked about, the SEC getting their asses handed to them. Okay, XRP's win. This is huge. This isn't something small. And XRP is going to start making its way onto every ticker now. All the news are going to allow it in. Because you know why? Let's just talk truth here for 1 minute. The reason is they're ready for it. And why are they ready for it? Because all the custody solutions are now ready. The banks are in position. The hedge funds are in position. And everyone now has their seat at the table. This is what's going on, okay? The conditional rollout, okay, as in a utility rollout for cross-border payments, for international payments, for domestic payments even, is now beginning. And I believe, the XRPL and XRP and USDC will work hand in hand together. This is more and more what I'm seeing now. Interesting name, Consensus Magazine. So the article, it goes on and on. This is the interesting thing that I saw yesterday as well that I pulled up. On a rainy Friday in September, crowds of thousands filed into the Hammerstein Ballroom, the legendary New York venue. It's a place that hosted the Grateful Dead. So the proper party was hosted at this Hammerstein Ballroom, the legendary New York concert venue. And it's where the Grateful Dead were. And the Grateful Dead, they released a very famous song called Ripple. And the early OG cryptographers that worked at Ripple were called Deadheads. They were massive fans of the Grateful Dead, and this is where a lot of the symbology comes from. David Schwartz, Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, they're all Deadheads. They're all famous. They're all they're all real enthusiasts of the Grateful Dead. And that, if you look at the song, the famous song Grateful Dead Ripple on YouTube, you'll see all the symbology there of the tarot. Anyway, so this is I'm not going to go into this article, but the point is, you can see now the tide has turned. And this is fascinating. Okay, moving on. I've seen a few things over the past few days. Where am I going to take you over this now? Okay, let's go into the clothing first of all. I kind of want to go down that route with you all. Right, so we've seen the colours, the aspect of the colours, the flags. I mean, people are still putting comments in my in the threads and YouTube and things sometimes to say, these are all different things. No, they're not. Look, let's just draw a line under this once and for all. The green is Bitcoin. The purple is XRP, and the yellow is USD or USDC potentially in the future, right? Okay. But we have to assume it's USDC. They're not other tokens. They're not linked to anything else. This is what it is. This is the answer to decipher. Okay, that is the colours. Anyway, we're moving into the Christmas scene now, and you can see that the same colours are moved forward onto the mantelpiece, and they are the constants that represent themselves in each of these scenes. But they're not just represented in the BG123 scenes, they're also represented in the riddler scenes. Yellows, greens and purples, and you have to pay very close attention to this. And this, one part of this video I want to focus just a little bit on this, is these colours. Okay, the attire of the riddler is the banker's British bowler hat, but it's a green hat with an X on it. Now, the symbology is green as Bitcoin, but you've got the XRP logo on it. The green suit is Bitcoin, however, you've got the purple gloves, controlling things where the hands occur. You've got the green waistcoat and the green tie, but you've got the purple shirt. Now, Ripple's job was to replace Bitcoin in the payments world. That is what their goal was. Okay, Bitcoin has been an amazing asset, and it is an amazing asset, and I'm very, I really love Bitcoin. But I don't think its place as a payment yet on this planet. I think it could be, for sure, with scaling solutions and things like that. However, you've got this token here that was, shown by the riddlers. It is in kind of it's connected in its, how I'll put this, Bitcoin and XRP are together. They're in these scenes. They are on top of one another, They are with each other in all of these bearable guy scenes and all the riddler scenes. And you can see here the green suits and the purple gloves and the purple shirts. Okay, the significance is, the bowler hat is, is a very banking term with the X on it, but it's green. It has the colours of Bitcoin. Okay, so it shows you that Bitcoin is going to be a very big part of this. Yellow uprises on the balloon, which is shown of yellow in the scene with USDC or USD. I'm not going to go into that here now. Okay, so we've seen that, his attire. Now, his attire occurs on each, the same similar styles in each one of these small thumbnails. You've got the Declaration of Independence. You've got the storm is coming. We're going to go into that in a minute. We've got the XRP, the one. Same again, but you've got a purple waistcoat here and the purple gloves. Again, tick tock, which is the Wall Street Bull scene. Green and purple. The attire is the same. It stays consistent, and that is the same signals and sign that the bear was giving you, was that purple and green. It occurs in all of these scenes again. One of the main ones here is the purple gloves, the purple shirts. Okay, you've got Bitcoin and XRP overlaid in the colours. This is what I'm trying to say in each of these scenes. But the hand is the most significant, because the hand is the controlling factor. You were given that in the riddle, the castle. The hand, the powers that control things is the hand. So the symbology of hands in using things is control. Okay, and the glove is purple on the hand. So it shows you, the XRPL, the XRP is in control of this. And on the keyboard here, he's got a green keyboard and purple gloves. Well, that means that XRP is in control. Yeah, he's in control. Okay, and this scene is an amazing scene. But we're gonna hop on briefly now, and we're gonna bring you into a couple of things that I've seen, and I'm gonna get a copyright strike for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want you to notice here that the riddler, his back is turned. Okay, and in this thumbnail you've seen earlier on, it's this one here, he's got his back away from you. That's very significant, because in all the other thumbnails his back is he's facing towards you. But now in the only video that he has his back against you is this one here. The only real video, let's put it like that. Okay, is that the storm is coming, right? Okay, we're going to move into the Born of Stars video briefly here. We're 14 minutes in already. We have to knock it up a gear. And I'm just going to drop the music off for a second and bring us a bit further into the video. It's probably going to try and put an advert or something before, is it? No. Okay. So I want to bring you into this part of the video. I'm going to get a copyright strike for this. Now, I'm going to pause it here. That scene before showed Saturn, okay? Saturn is represented by the number of 28. sorry, by 8, not 28, Saturn, number 8, and it's connected with Aquarius. And Saturn is in Aquarius between 2023 and 2025. It is the planet of disruption, of new things, new technological advancements. And the last time Saturn was in Aquarius was 1993, at the onset of the internet, the AOL era. Well, where did Brad Garlinghouse work in 1993? He also worked in the internet sector in AOL, right? For the birth of the internet. Now, Mr. Garlinghouse has been placed very conveniently at a specific company that is about to birth a new technology again, but this time a financial technology. Okay, in this scene, you've got the Riddler has got his back to you, which tells you there's a storm occurring. Okay, very, very important. His arms are between 4 and 8. The key thing to show you a timeline, 2024, 2028. He sits in the center of 2026. The clock is put into Roman numerals with the sun put behind them. Sol, okay? And the clock is moving at 4 times the normal speed, okay? Right, so at the minute you can see he's there, but he disappears shortly, okay? And so the key thing is from 4, okay? We've turned from 2023 into 2024, and he's got his arms starting right at the turn. Now, we are transitioning from 2023 into 2024 now, right? And we go across till 2028. Now, we have been in the storm, but I believe there's also more to come. And I believe that this first turn of the clock signifies 2023, and when the X comes on into the screen next, this is 2024. When the X disappears, this is 2025, okay? The X is the 24th letter of the alphabet, and this is how they are trying to write it to us, okay? Notice the Riddler disappears at the end of 2023, okay? Which means the storm has finished, but we've got 1 month to go yet, right? The back of the Riddler disappears, okay? So the Riddler, he himself disappears from the scene, but he had his back to you. The back to you signifies the storm. We've seen that in a thumbnail just a minute ago. Where are you? Is it that one there? There you go. He had his arms up in the air showing you the storm is coming. So the storm is gone. We turn the page then, okay? Which is the calendar year, which is a switch. Boop. Did you see the clock skip then? Watch this again. Boom. See it skip? Boom. Right, you're moving into 2024. Watch now. The X shows up at the third second, between the second and third numeral on the clock, which would be months in this respect, because we've got the major time, which is the X of 2024, and it's moving you through months at the same time. The clock is represented by the hours and months on here, and he's giving you the years by the actual figurine that the Riddler stood back to you, and now the X, which is 2024. And that is now 2025. So we're witnessing the birth of this, the rollout. And why am I so certain about this? A little interesting thing. Mr. Garlinghouse posted a picture of his tattoo. I put this to you yesterday, Born of Stars. Okay? Now, a star. Okay, look, you've got Saturn. Okay? These are, when they're saying Born of Stars, they're referring to astrology. You've got Saturn, the logo with X on it. Okay? X is the 24th letter of the alphabet. Now, let's go forward. 24, when you strip it down to numbers, is 224, which is 8. 8 is a reset number, okay? But not only is it the reset number, it's the number of Saturn. Now let's go into I've put major astrology. I've just typed this in earlier on, okay? And I put major astrological events 2024. What was it? The universal year 8, representing success, power, and abundance, will affect our lives in 2024. The year combines the energies of number 2 Moon, the number 4 Ra, and the number 8 Saturn. Let's take it a level further really quickly. Saturn in Aquarius 2023-24, innovation, our systems and structures. What it means, Saturn's movement to Aquarius beginning 2023, February 23, will have huge impacts on the world. Saturn will be Aquarius for the next 2 years until February 2025. This is a major time of change and growth personally and collectively. This will be a time for significant innovation, progress, and personal and societal transformation. The last transit, the last time Saturn was in Aquarius was 1993 to December 1995. During this time were huge shifts of way consciousness, that as well. The shift in the way we communicated. This was when the internet started to become a major part of our daily lives. For example, we saw the beginning of search engines, online shopping, email, and chat rooms. It was a time for increased regulation in the tech sector. Governments started to incorporate internet and cyber laws. Governments also started to incorporate technology in their operations. This is born of stars. And look, AOL, who did Garlinghouse work for? He worked for Yahoo Finance. I think he worked for then AOL. Right, okay. So, and then the final bit of information I've got, I think it's up here. Okay. What happens when Saturn transits the 8th house? It can bring significant change to lessons learned related to this is the 8th house traditionally associated with transformation, deep psychology patterns. I'm not sure if that had a huge significance. Oh no, it was this. So Saturn 8, I've typed in the top, Saturn 8 2024 transit. You may get a foreign chance of, what was it now? Transit 24 predicts that Saturn's combust state during 2024 is February 11th, 2024 till March the 18th, 2024. Okay, I don't know if that has any significance, but I just doing some digging around. So we know that Saturn is connected to the number 8. We know that Saturn is also 24 in terms of connected 2024. We know that X, the logo, is 24, and I can kind of go back and forth with this by saying, look, X, there is an X on the wheel, there is an X on the shield, and this refers to hooks, but it's also 2023 leading into 2024. You're about to leave this scene now, as I've kind of hypothesized for the past few months, and by February or March of next year, you'll be in this scene, and we will go deep into this scene as we transit. And you can see the knight there now. He matches the same knight as Coindesk is giving you in this article. This is a triumphant knight. Something that someone who is won their battles. I've said many times, the knight is a metaphor. Okay, this is a huge significance, huge significance. Anyhow, I will leave it all there for now. I hope that has been useful for you all. A bit of a deep dive into things. We'll leave it there for today. I'll probably do a news video later on for you all. Got to get ready for work now. Anyhow. Have a great day all. See you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts in the place below, and come and say hi on Twitter. Alright, see you in the next video. Be blessed.